give it a go. So we're recording, so all right. Well, hey folks, we are back with another video where we're talking about our upcoming Zoomutopia 4. At least hopefully it's 4. I think it's Zoomutopia 4, but we're doing another Zoomutopia back by, I hope it's popular demand. I think people have enjoyed their time. I know I have. I got a lot out of the last one with David Strain. So we're doing another one. We have Ligon Duncan coming to preach for us on a great topic. But before we get into that, why are we doing another one? Why are we doing another Zoomutopia? So I'm going to turn it over to those guys who...
Which is
well, I was hoping you were going to tell us.
We doing another one? That's the question.
We probably should have addressed this question.
We said we'd never do another conference. Well, no, we said we'd never do one in the first place. That was it, wasn't it? We said we'd never. Someone said, "Oh, I like this GRUK stuff. You should do a conference." So we went, too many conferences.
So, I mean, I can speak from, I've enjoyed the preaching. I've enjoyed the, the fellowship. It's not the same as a conference, right? But in some sense, there's a greater fellowship we have with people from all over the world. I think that's been the most encouraging thing. That it's not just for the UK. That was our intent, right? We're in lockdown 2.0. Our intent was to do something for the UK churches here, and but it's grown, and that to me, I almost just would keep doing it just because I wouldn't want to lose that.
Something that's been reinforced to me is there is not much out there for the average Christian. We have conferences for ministers and for missionaries and for specialists in certain areas of theology and that sort of thing. But what we're trying to do is just provide ministry in this discouraging time to the average Christian online. That's simply what we're trying to do. And I think that's why I'm excited about it, actually, is because it's for the average Christian.
And that was sort of obvious when we started, wasn't it? So a lot of stuff like Keswick that church groups might go along to, as well as all the minister type things, had been cancelled. And so we thought, well, let's try and do something that was topical at the time about suffering and was appropriate. And we just thought that was a one-off. But actually, like you say, that there was kind of a value in doing, and it's kind of a low-cost thing. So although in-person conferences is obviously so much better, the fact we can, it had a much more live feel than we thought it would as well.
Yep.
Yes.
And people engaging, asking questions, all that sort of thing. And so the fact that we had people from around the globe tuning in on a Tuesday night was great. Well, Tuesday night to us, it was, morning for some people, middle of the night for others. But it did have a kind of feel about it. Yeah, as long as people keep on asking us to do them, we'll do them.
Okay. So why this topic? I mean, granted, we have Ligon Duncan doing it, so it'll be great, right? No matter what he does. But preaching on the topic of reformed and always reforming. And so I didn't come up with this title. So one of you's got the blame.
Well, I mean, I think, some people, it's interesting, the word reformed is still... On the one hand, some people think you're referring to a type of tinned ham. On the other, it's becoming a very common descriptor among churches, isn't it? That we're a reformed church. And in as much as I celebrate that's good. But what does it mean? What does it mean to be reformed? It's a bit like the word evangelical. It's becoming a little bit like the word evangelical, that everyone wants to call themselves an evangelical. Right. Everyone wants to be identified as reformed. But what does it actually mean? What does it mean to be reformed? And so we're claiming GRUK, Gospel Reformation UK. We are very much saying we're reformed. And in a sense, we're trying to say, well, what does that mean? And not just what does it mean? What difference does it make?
We sort of talked about this in a slightly tongue-in-cheek way a minute ago before we were recording. So reformed, on the one hand, this is what Andy's saying, that it's overly elastic version of reformed. And then there's also this kind of static kind of monolithic thing as well. So, and I think the fact it's reformed and always reforming. So it is it's an adjective and it's a verb. So it is something, it is a set of beliefs. But it's not, and that's why some people are negative about it. And it's a set of belief that can't be stretched indefinitely. But at the same time, it's also something that happens continually. So the reformers were keen on that, weren't they? The idea that it's not like they had the Reformation and at a certain date, so we think of Luther nailing his thesis up, and that's the start of the Reformation. And at some other date, he went up and now put another bit of paper up saying finished, and and it was all done. So there's still reforming going on. So what do we mean by that?
Your appetite is so whetted for this good theology. What do you do now? I'll let it. Hopefully, Andy knows what to do next.
No, of course, this is free. And so on the night, so next Tuesday, a week from today, Tuesday, the 2nd of December, it's going to be broadcast live on our YouTube page. It'll be on Facebook and Periscope as well. It would probably be helpful if you go to our website, gruk.org. Is it gr//
UK.
Hyphen, I should know this. gr-uk.org. And you can sign up on the Eventbrite event thing website, and then you'll get the reminder emails and you etc. But that's where you'll go. You'll find out more information there. Click on the graphic for Reformed and Always Reforming Zoomutopia 4. So yeah, that's how you watch it. And if you miss it, if you can't make it live, then we make it available a few days later on our YouTube page. You can go look at it there.